Eleanor, hello. Well, dear colleagues, dear friends, many thanks for staying with us at this late hour in the afternoon, but this is an important part of the conference, the annual, the advocacy, the competition advocacy contest, and it is really important, and I always would so much like to win a prize. I do not know if it works this year, but we will see. I am grateful to announce the 11th edition of the competition advocacy contest. Don't get confused. If you look at these prizes, there is a 12 in there. So in fact, it's the 12th contest, but it's the 11th contest together with the ICN and the World Bank. So that explains this a little bit of a difference. You might all know that competition advocacy has always been a key pillar of the ICN. And when we started the ICN, initially we had two working groups, and that was not on mergers and cartels. No, it was on mergers and advocacy. And you can see from that from the very start of the ICN, advocacy played an enormous part in the work of the ICN. And I think as of today, it is even more important since we see all these geopolitical dynamics. In many parts of the world, we see an increasing pressure on competition agencies, on their independence to a certain degree. And this is why I believe it is always of so great importance to make clear to policymakers that competition shall always be a part of their solution package whenever it comes to any economic crisis or any economic different situation. I would like to thank very briefly today everyone who is contributing, who has contributed to this ongoing contest, a contest that is held by two organizations, the ICN and the World Bank Group. This year, the contest looked at stories that demonstrate the tangible results of competition agencies in 4 categories. The first category was supporting resilient and competitive value chains to enable private investment, jobs, and consumer welfare. The second was embedding competition principles in policies to manage state assets, SOEs, privatization, and public-private partnerships. The third was enhancing public procurement and curbing bid rigging for government savings. And the fourth was advancing competition through public-private dialogue. My special thanks go to the competition authority from Italy for organizing this contest on behalf of the ICN. My thanks go to the World Bank for cooperating with the ICN, and I would like to thank both of them, maybe with a little round of applause for this dedication. I would also like to emphasize that this award also demonstrates the importance of working with NGAs, because every year Eleanor Fox, who is with us here, and Mariana Tavares, they both contribute to this contest, and I would very much like to thank them for their thoughtful and rigorous contribution to the evaluation panel. Eleanor, Mariana, thank you so much for that. So, this is already the end of my little introduction. Although we are waiting for the winners now, my congratulation also goes to everyone who is going to be happy to hold one of these prizes in their hands in a couple of minutes. And having said that, I hand over to whom? To the Italian competition agency, my friend Roberto Rustichelli, and my friend Graciela Miralles from the World Bank. You have the floor, and now we want to know who has won the prize. Thank you.
Dear colleagues, good evening. On behalf of the co-chairs of the Advocacy Working Group, It's a real pleasure to welcome you to the award ceremony for the 11th edition of the Advocacy Contest. It remains a privilege for the Italian Competition Authority to work in partnership with the World Bank Group on this excellent initiative, which has grown stronger and stronger over the years. The contest stands as a fine example of international cooperation, grounded in shared values and mutual commitment to promoting effective competition. Since its inception, the Italian Competition Authority has supported this initiative with enthusiasm, recognizing it as an innovative, engaging platform for highlighting outstanding advocacy efforts across the globe. Thanks to its inclusive and accessible format, the contest continues to shine a light on the important work of younger competition authorities, many of which don't yet have a strong presence in international fora such as the ICN. Remarkably, this year's contest has also attracted the attention of a governmental department and a think tank. The contest is also a forum for exchanging ideas and experiences, inspiring new projects, encouraging creativity in the field of competition advocacy. A key reason for the contest's continued relevance is the careful choice of themes. The year's edition addresses advocacy to favor supply chain resiliency, the importance of competitive neutrality in public policy and competitive bidding rules, as well as the development of innovative approaches for engaging stakeholders. On behalf of the co-chairs of the Advocacy Working Group, I would like to extend our warmest congratulations to all the winners and honorable mention of this year's contest, and a sincere thank you to all those who submitted entries. Your stories, your commitment, and your passion are what makes this initiative such a success. And now, I would like to give the floor to Graciela Miralles, Senior Economist of the World Bank Group.
Thank you so much. Grazie. Well, my colleagues already said so much. I will just repeat that on behalf of the World Bank, it's wonderful to be in this 12th edition, as President Moon said before, the 11th edition that we do together. In the last 12 years, we have received an impressive amount of entries, 408 entries from 75 different jurisdictions, showing that the global reach and the sustained commitment of competition authorities and institutions to advocacy is absolutely incredible. Among them, I want to mention today those authorities that have been most awarded throughout the years. And these are Mexico, Portugal, Spain, Egypt, Hong Kong, and the United States, who consistently have set very high standards in advocacy. This year alone, I want to share that we have received a record-breaking 61 entries covering essential sectors such as food, education, health, agriculture, and energy. We were also pleased to welcome submissions from 4 new economies participating for the very first time in this advocacy contest. And it's exciting to see that the contest continues to grow and to evolve after more than a decade. What truly makes this initiative special, as we will see today, is the concrete and measurable impact that advocacy can generate. Across past editions, we have seen authorities deliver major benefits. I have many examples of this here, but I will only mention our host, the United Kingdom, that were awarded in 2018 with reforms in higher education that yield estimated benefits to consumers of £25 million. This year, we are excited to reveal the enormous impacts achieved by the winning initiatives, but, as my colleague, let me extend the heartfelt congratulations to all of the winners and honorable mentions, and of course, thanks to all of those who share your advocacy stories. So I will start with category 1, that, as President Moon have said, the theme was supporting resilient and competitive value chains to enable private investment jobs and consumer welfare. And the winners are several, because we have wonderful stories in category 1, so beware. The Egyptian Competition Authority is one of the winners, together with the Georgian Competition and Consumer Agency. A joint honorable mention goes to COMESA Competition Commission, together with the Kenya Competition Authority, and we have another honorable mention for the South African Competition Commission. Now let me share what all these stories are about. Egypt Competition Authority worked to target anti-competitive practices in the education sector, projected to save households nearly $1 billion. So, welcome to the podium, Mahmoud Momtaz, Chairman of the Egyptian Competition Authority. Congratulations, Mahmoud. Georgia's Competition Authority tackled high prices in competition in the pharmaceutical market with reforms that cut medicine prices by up to 45%. Please welcome to the podium Irakli Lekvinadze, Chairman of the Georgian Competition and Consumer Agency. Irakli? The COMESA Competition Commission and the Kenya Competition Authority undertook initiatives to tackle inefficiencies and high prices in agriculture and food markets. Please welcome to the podium Willard Mbemba, CEO of the Competition Commission of COMESA, and David Kikemei, Director General of the Kenya Competition Authority. This award is joint. Finally, the South African Competition Commission conducted an ex-post assessment of agricultural development funds established as merger remedies and found that the funds supported 1,000 beneficiaries and created 8,000 jobs. Please welcome to the stage Doris Shepe, Commissioner of the South African Competition Commission. Congratulations, Doris. Now, for category 2, we have a single winner. The topic was embedding competition principles in policies to manage state assets, SOEs, privatization, and public-private partnerships. And the winner is Paraguay, where the Comisión Nacional de Competencia, CONACOM, successfully advocated for the RIP of a fuel subsidy granted to the state-owned oil company. Please welcome to the stage Eduardo González Martínez, President of CONACOM. Enhorabuena.
And now for the team 3, enhancing public procurement and curbing bid reading for government savings. The winner are the Competition Authority of Georgia, Mexico, and Philippines. The honorable mention goes to the Korea Fair Trade Commission. Georgia's Competition Authority broke up systemic bid reading in tenders for free canteen services, protected public funds, and improving vital support for vulnerable citizens. Please welcome to the podium Irakli Leviknaze, Chairman of the Georgia Competition and Consumer Agency. An ex-post assessment has shown that COFECE's action against big reading in public health procurement led to significant price reduction in Mexico, improving access to quality services for millions, especially the most vulnerable. Please welcome to the podium Andrea Marvan-Saltiel, Chair of COFECE.
Should we take over here? Okay. You switch.
We switch.
The Philippines Competition Commission has implemented an effective strategy to fight bid rigging by developing a tool for proactive detection using all existing data, building partnership with the government department, and raising awareness among businesses. Please welcome to the podium Michael Aguinaldo, Chairperson of Philippine Competition Commission. By expanding its monitoring system to over 700 institutions with daily updates, the Korea Fair Trade Commission has supported bid rigging detection and deterrence, while enhancing transparency and trust in public procurement to the benefit of contracting entities and public finance. Please welcome to the podium Bui-Gun Han, Secretary General for Investigation, Korea Fair Trade Commission. Finally, for the last category, advancing competition through public-private dialogue, the winner is the Secretariat of Economic Reform of Brazil, Ministry of Finance, and Spain National Commission on Market and Competition. The honorable mention goes to Dixie Group, a Ukraine think tank. Brazil's Ministry of Finance have launched an innovative initiative inviting stakeholders to flag potentially anti-competitive regulation. By creating a structured review process, the Ministry now proactively identifies and addresses regulatory barriers, promoting a more open and competitive market. Please welcome to the podium Gustavo Henrique Ferreira, the Undersecretary of Economic Monitoring and Regulation of Brazil's Ministry of Finance. Congratulations. Thank you. Our 2 decades, Spain's national consumer and market competition has actively supported the liberalization of the passenger rail sector, providing guidance and analysis that helped deliver lower prices, better service, and greater consumer benefits. Please welcome to the podium Cani Fernandez, chairwoman of CNMCC. Congratulations. Finally, through its energy, through its Energy Transparency Index, Ukraine think tank Dixie Group has promoted clearer information for consumers and stronger competition in energy markets. Collaboration with major oil companies help boost transparency significantly, make it a model now recognized in the country's United Nations Committee. Congratulations to Dixie Group. Dear colleagues, the ceremony is over. Thank you very much for your attention. Now, a photo of every people. Come on. Andreas, please.